take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Even blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only
We're across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Giants. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Right there. 54, Mike. I got you, son.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Derrick Henry. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Open man, it's Allen. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Here we go, 57. 57. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 57. Mike, 57.
Now Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Henry. Brought down at the 48-yard. Down pickup of 8. Well, one catches that offensive line if they keep clearing offensively.
No doubt about it, because as we're seeing so far, with that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So the drive, 1st and 10 at the 40. At 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here.
Here we go. Mike 57. I don't think you got it, son. 57's the Mike. Watch 56.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Henry again, the
That's
ball
good for
carrier.
21 yards
Xavier
and a first
McKinney
down.
on the
Relatively
tackle.
small sample size,
A
but
gain
that's
of
his longest
21
run of the
yards.
first quarter. Bounced it out
First
to the
down,
outside to make it
Jacksonville.
successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can
Henry,
stand.
the ball carrier.
Officially, it's a 1-yard line. Range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. After the penalty, it's Henry. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole
Henry
here on
on the
3rd
carry.
and very long.
Brought down
Brandon, all
at the
things considered,
35-yard line.
they have to feel pretty good about getting that type
pickup.
of a gain,
And it's
considering the
3rd
blitz that they just had
down.
against them.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. This is him. Power running here down to the
Derrick
6-yard
Henry,
line.
the ball carrier.
A solid run
The
on
tackle
1st
made
down.
at the
Gain of
6-yard
7 leaves
line.
him with a 2nd and
It's a gain
3.
of 7.
The impressive
Brings up
opening
2nd
drive
and
continues
3.
and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold,
Derrick
that they
Henry
are
on the
dominating
carry.
the line of scrimmage.
He was
They
brought
got
down
2
at
of the 3
4-yard
they needed
line.
there. It leaves them
It's
with
a gain
3rd
of
and
2
just a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
Right there, 54 Mike. I'm coming.
They'll try to run for a 1st with Henry. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he
Henry,
will
the
not
ball
escape.
carrier.
And that is not going to get it done.
3
It's a
yards.
loss of a
Brings
full
up
3
4th
yards,
down.
and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down,
Josh
Jags
Lambo
kicker
on for the
Josh
field
Lambo
goal.
comes on.
A
From the right
24-yard
hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Lambo
kick
is
is
good.
good.
Well, after
Makes the
marching
score
down the field, only
Jaguars
getting
3,
3 there, kind of feels like a
Giants
win for the
nothing.
defense.
And it does. They'll go
Josh
to the
Lambo
sideline
to
feeling
kick
a
off
lot
for
better that they didn't give up a
Jacksonville.
touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And running with power here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That's good for a
That play
Giants.
going for 16
first
yards
down.
to start the drive. First
and
down.
10 at the
That's a nice run
38-yard
right
line.
there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Saquon
And
Barkley,
he
the ball
stopped
carrier.
immediately there.
Joe
The
Schobert
tackle
on
made by the
tackle.
linebacker, Joe
No
Schobert.
gain on the
As
play.
usual, the hallmark
Brings
of a
up
good run
2nd
defense,
and 10
linebackers making
at the
plays near the line
38-yard
of
line.
scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Good for a Giants.
A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
I got homies that can sleep with them. Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like they were popping in. Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and popping in. Yeah. Drip. Little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, turn it up. Cougar 19. 50. Here it comes. 50's the mic. Hey, watch the slant. Check.
Operating from the gun. Jones under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Jones, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Giants 7, Jaguars 3.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
Number 22, Derrick Henry,
because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Check nickel. 60 Eagles.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
He's crashing. He's checking close street.
Now Jones. He's going to air one out. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Off the play fake. Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey. 57's the mic.
They'll run with Henry.
Here we go.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, I'm coming. Q.
Throwing Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Giants 14, Jaguars 3.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's just me and you.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Intercepted.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
A first down carry for Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this down to the 10.
That's good.
That one goes for 16 yards and sets him up first and goal. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Second and goal.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's what I like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
It's just me and you. 19 Tiger. Check hot route. Hot. Let's go Mike 50. It's a party now. Slam. Hey, check.
Here's Barkley. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Saquon Barkley.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts
behind the line of scrimmage.
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And goal.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face.
Number 22,
and analytics
Derrick
will
Henry,
tell you,
try
and score when given the opportunity.
Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
We're going to 54. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 53.
Prescott to throw this time. And his throw is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And 4 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. On 1st down, Barkley. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off play action. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
At the Jaguars' 14-yard line.
This will be caught at about the 6. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Jones and Shepard with a connection there for Giants' 1st down. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley, and he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Giants add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. I mean, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
Number 22, Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
It's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is, just what you said, you've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Julian Love picks it. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Hey, here we go. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Connection made with Chenault. And it's a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's into the clear. Past the 20.
We got plenty of fight, baby.
And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown.
Giants.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Jones with a handoff to Barkley, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
The ball carrier.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's a gain of 5. Brings
now
up
Saquon Barkley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Pick it up, G. Watch the edge. Panther 11. Panther 11. Slam. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
For the extra point.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.